I'm employed with a local San Francisco Bay Area architecture firm, which has no affiliation with my 9/11 research. I've designed numerous fireproof steel frame buildings. Most recently, these $3 to $10 million gymnasiums. And I've also been responsible for the day-to-day construction administration services for this $120 million high school campus. I'm now working on quite a large steel-framed project in Nevada with almost 2 million square feet of retail, parking structure, and high-rise office space. Why have all 20 architects and engineers that have so far seen the evidence which you're going to be seeing tonight joined us in calling for an independent investigation into these collapses on 9/11? We'll find out. Let's take a look at the features of controlled demolition. This is what a high-rise looks like when it is being demolished with explosives. Controlled demolitions can be engineered in different ways. Normally, the purpose of a controlled demolition is to remove a structure while avoiding damage to adjacent structures, and to do so economically. Typically, a tall building is demolished by placing thousands of cutter charges adjacent to columns throughout the building and then detonating them in a precise order, starting with the interior structure and then progressing outward and upward. Destroying the interior columns allows the unsupported weight to pull the exterior inward, and destroying the building from the ground up allows the weight of the building to be harnessed to do much of the destruction. The result is an implosion, producing a vertical collapse at free fall speed into a consolidated rubble pile ready for loading and shipment. Now, what are the features of a controlled demolition? We have sounds produced by explosions, rapid onset of destruction at the base, dust clouds, thick, billowing, and enormous from the pulverized concrete and explosions. We have often pools of molten iron, which is from the thermite, a common incendiary or cutting charge. We have demolition waves that remove the column support all around the perimeter of a building all at once. And we have a total collapse of the steel skeleton broken up for shipment. In addition, we have a straight down symmetrical collapse into its own footprint, the building that is. And we have a free fall speed of collapse. None of these occur normally. So let's dive right into it and look at the evidence of controlled demolition in Building 7. Now, Building 7 was 350 feet, a football field away from the Twin Towers. It's a 47-story skyscraper that many of you may not even have been aware was brought down on 9/11. Here it is here, seen across from the devastation of the already fallen World Trade Center 1, or the North Tower. It had a couple of fires that were visible in the photographs on the 7th and the 12th floors. So let's look at the evidence now for a straight-down symmetrical collapse caused by all the columns being cut at once.
And what you're seeing are high shots. Now, here we're going to show you a videotape of the collapse itself.
Describe that.
Now we go to videotape, the collapse of this building.
It's amazing.
Amazing, incredible, pick your word. For the third time today, it's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
So the newscasters do tend to tell the truth on the first day, and then somehow the story gets shifted. Deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down. Now, that's what it looks like. How many of you have ever seen a controlled demolition on TV? It kind of looks like this, doesn't it? Let's take a look. Here's another view from NBC. Straight down, symmetrical, into its own footprint. The only thing that can cause this is if all of the perimeter columns, in this case 81 of them, and 24 core columns are cut at once. In fact, to bring the penthouse down, you have to cut the interior just a fraction of a second prior to the exterior, again, which causes the exterior walls to fall. Straight down rapidly in this case, 6.5 seconds.
Gone, man.
Well, we have also sights and sounds of explosions. Let's take a look.
Then suddenly 7 went down. The crowd started running north again, trying to escape the dust cloud and the falling debris. Among them was Daryl. He was a worker trying to help with the injured.
You're just standing there all of a sudden out of nowhere. You hear this clap, sounds like thunder. The building had shock waves going through. You could see a shock wave go up, the windows blast out. You know, it was like I thought I was watching a movie. It was so, I mean, I can't believe this is happening. You know, it's really ridiculous. But, you know, came down floor by floor. Structure stayed intact until it all hit the ground.
So first, the sound of a clap of thunder, a shock wave ripping through the buildings, and then the building coming down.